Good morning, chat. This is Trader Rob. Today is Monday, December 29th. Did jump into a trade here off of this weekly band that we had set pretty much from the 25,700 down to the 25,627. You can see it's in like that dark shaded green area. So kind of a big target here, 25,732. It's the next area here that was left unbalanced, so kind of target that one. And if this trade does not work out here, I'll take a look at another opportunity from here, because these are the two reactionary areas that I found on this higher time frame weekly band that I'm always talking about. So we'll see here, obviously, what we can get. So this next trade here would look like this. It would be right here. So we would have template load. Nope. And grab there we go. Entry. With a stop right here, and depending if this target gets hit or not, this would most likely be the target that I would go after, unless they leave something unbalanced down here, and then I can kind of reevaluate my target. But we'll see here. Morning, Starscream. Did find a setup to go short on the NQ at the 25,817. First target's a little on the smaller side, 25,811, but a decent TP2 at 25,803 with a stop at the 25,825. So that's on the NQ. So I think at the height on this trade, I was up 18 points on the NQ. And again, if this reactionary point doesn't get me to this unbalanced target up here, I am definitely willing to take a secondary entry at the 25,644. That is the secondary point here. There's also a long setup on the NQ at the 25,599.75. Should probably move this to the 25,600. Like that. TP1 at the 25,610, TP2 at the 25,620, with a stop at the 25,589. Morning, Coach Cleats. Kind of a busy morning here. So, what you're looking on screen is we are in our weekly band here. That pretty much stretched from the 25,700 down to the 25,627. So big reactionary point, obviously, on the weekly bands. And then I was able to identify two reactionary points in the market that, obviously I can look for bigger targets because these are bigger time frames. So I believe on this trade, probably looking at 1 to 2.5 maybe. And if this trade does not work out, I'll take a look at taking this secondary reaction point down here and either targeting this same unbalanced higher time frame zone at the 25,732, or I'll see if there's any intermediate unbalanced area that would make more sense. And then we've got a setup to go long on the NQ at the 25,600, targeting the 610 and then the 620, with a stop at the 25,589. And then we've got a short setup at the 25,817, targeting the 25,811 and the 803, with a stop at the 25,825. So I know I kind of have a lot going on this morning, but we'll see here. Well, that wasn't the dump that I was looking for. Well, that one kind of hurt. So now they left this over here. I think I only got up till about 18 points of take profit on that trade. Granted, I'm only going in with two micros. Okay, so that one's gone. That was my leader. So let me cancel this. Let's go into here. So I gotta go. Hey Juno, no, not for the last couple of days. On my setup here in Florida, I don't have my gold chart up. I'm actually kind of running out of real estate here. This will be a dirty shame if the move comes from right here. Morning, Steve. So just to recap, everybody, took a trade here off the weekly bands, found a reactionary point, got up to about 18 points, 19 points of profit on the NQ, but I was targeting this bigger unbalanced volume area at the 25,732, and then there is a secondary reaction point that I see on the weekly band at the 25,644. So depending on how price action, how it leads into this entry, I might still target the 25,732, or I might target an intermediate unbalanced area. Currently, we just kind of balanced one out. So as of right now, I would still be targeting this 25,732. And on these trades, 1R on these is about 12 to 14 points. But I could be wrong once or twice, which is why I can find these higher time frame unbalanced areas. If the trade was to play out from here, oh shnikes. Oh no. That was really fucking stupid. Clicked on the line for the entry and that's stupid. That's 87 points. So 87 points with about 12 or 13 points of risk. That's like a 1 to 7R. So I could be wrong twice, or at least I could be wrong once. Although now I might be wrong. There we go. That was dumb. Took a $3 loss for some instruction. We do have a bunch of setups here this morning, so should hopefully be a pretty active day here. And then obviously this setup that I was looking at here on the higher time frame, if we do tap into the 25,732, that thesis then is obviously gone. I would have to look for a different target, which, this was very nasty. But, these do happen a lot on Mondays. Typically Monday price action is a little bit more wonkier. So even though they tapped in, they did sweep right back down. This move obviously did not have enough of the legs here. So they pretty much swept all this unbalanced volume right here. And now what I would hate to see happen is it going straight to target and being out by 2 points on a 50-point move. That would hurt a little bit. No sound. Can you guys not hear me? Okay. Rumo, I'm in long, NQ 568 entry. Okay. I like it. I mean, this is my target that I would really like to see, is this 25,732. Seems like a very attainable target right now. Just bothers me that I might have missed this by a point and a half. All right, 3 minutes for market open. Be right back. All right, for those of you just joining me, did take a stab here at a reactionary point that I saw in this weekly band that we are currently sitting in. This weekly band I had mapped out from the 25,700 down to the 25,627, and took an entry here at the 25,676. targeting the 25,732. Did get stopped out here by about 1.5 points. I actually thought we would probably hit target there, but we did not. And currently, if we do get my entry here at the 25,644, I would be targeting, well, they just balanced that out. I was going to say the 681s, but they just balanced the 681s out. So in that scenario, I would still be targeting the 25,732, but this might run up to there. Which would bother me to no end, but it's part of trading. And really, it's the exact same volume-based setup, just on a higher time frame. Obviously, my weekly bands originate from the hour and the 4-hour chart, and then you know, my reactionary points are on. They have to be on a 15 or a 30-minute. So they're bigger targets. That's why I was targeting. I think it was about a 55-point take profit, which I'm pretty damn sure we're gonna hit no matter what. And I got stopped out there by about 1.5 points. These weekly bands are very strong. And it's going to want to tap into it. I mean, I know. Do have a few setups here on the NQ. We've got a long at the 25,600, targeting the 610 and the 620 with a stop at the 25,589. We've also got a short at the 25,817, targeting the 25,811 and the 803 with a stop at the 25,825. Not gonna lie, this one hurts a little bit. So my entry was at the 25,676 right here, and was about 18 points in profit. There you go, tapped right into it. And then did get stopped out by about 1 point, about 1.5 points, just to see it go run for the entire. Let's see what that was for. 55 points. Risking 15. So it's at like a 1 to 4, 1 to 3. Let's see what happens here. Oh shit. Yeah. Dang it. Dang it. That missed there by, I wouldn't even have about 3 points there. Let's see how things are looking here. That already looks like an invalidation there to me. Yeah, that already swept there. Didn't have a chance to cancel my order on that one, but that kind of was an invalidation there. So we'll see. I mean, you guys saw the reaction. The reaction was already balancing out both of those areas. So, well, TP1 and TP2. Whew. I gotta say, I don't get nervous a lot, but I definitely did not like that sweep there, that initial sweep. But reactionary point was perfect. Anybody get that one? Jump down to the 1 minute. Anyone green on that one? Got TP2. Good job. Why is the chat so quiet this morning? Alright, let's see what we've been doing here now. That was unfortunate. That would have been a phenomenal morning there. If I did not get stopped out there for that 1.5 there. Would have taken 55 plus 10, 65 points on the NQ to start the morning on a Monday. It's pretty damn great. So we are now entering into a weekly band. I know it's kind of maybe hard to see, but hopefully you guys can see the red there. Just didn't want to make the red too dramatic because I don't even know what I was going with that. I didn't want to make it too dramatic just so it doesn't clutter up my charts. But here's another reactionary point right here. Got another one right here sitting here, and then we got a big one right here. And we got this 15-minute level here at the 25,835, so this could be a very strong trade here. This first reactionary point going right into this weekly band in red. Hopefully you guys can see it. Give me some feedback if you guys are seeing pretty clear on the chart. Let's see what the ES is doing. So the ES has got a pretty big it's got a nice pocket right here that I just let go of. Yeah, they balance that out pretty well. Okay, so I don't need to look at anything on the ES right now, minus this 69.33. Alright, let's see if we get a reaction here at the 25.726. Not looking to take a trade there, but would like to see a reaction there. I wish these boxes would have just their own labels. Make my life so much easier. 854.25. 854.25. All right, let's see if we get a reaction here. Be right back. The sunlight's coming in. Not sure how to fix that. All right. So recap of the morning. Started off. Damn, did I just move that? God bless it. I think I just moved that. So, recap of the morning. Did take a long... Probably get rid of this guy right now. Did take a long... where was it at? Where did I get swept? I don't know now. Somewhere in this region right here. It's targeting 55 points. Got up to about 19. Knocked me out for a point and a... swept me by a point and a half on my stop loss, and then ran all the way up to my TP, which hurt. But then we did take a signal here, a short on the NQ. Looked a little dicey, honestly. I was almost right about to cancel out my order, and market tagged me in, and did go for TP1 and TP2. Now I'd like just to see if there's a reaction here. This could be maybe extended, maybe about 3 or 4 points right here. But we'll see. We'll see what kind of reaction we get. All right, so there's the initial one. Let's see if we break through there. Just in case, so I don't miss this guy. I'm going to be looking at the NQ a lot. Let's see what happens here. Alright, so it looks like buyers temporarily having a tough time here. Morning, Key. Guys, if you haven't hit the like on the stream, I'd really appreciate it. Their first area that they're going to want to balance out is a 747s, which sits right here where my line is at on my chart. There you go. So they balance that out. The next target that they would have would be the 781, which is right above here where my cursor is at. That would be the secondary area that they would need to balance out. And for those of you just joining me, do have so we finally entered into this weekly band. You know, let me just pull it up on TradingView. It might be a little bit easier for you guys to see. So these are the weekly bands that I talk about in all of my videos, all my weekly videos. Remember, we had this 25,700 down to the 25,627. So what I do is I will find some unbalanced reactionary points within this weekly band. And the nice thing about that is, yes, I can maybe find 2, sometimes 3 areas, but typically my stop's only 10 points. And you could target 50, 60, 70 points looking for unbalanced volume. So like on this weekly band here, great target would be the 25,834. That's a strong target, 15-minute level right there, sitting there. So just so you guys can kind of understand what I'm looking at. And it also presents a few more opportunities that I can take in the morning. And then currently, if I do take a long here at the 25,644, which is the last reactionary zone in this weekly band, which I understand is a little difficult to see, I guess. I don't know, I guess it'd be nice to have a way of kind of fixing that. I don't know if you guys can even see it. Can you see the green here? The green here? I know it's not that strong of a green like my neat lime. I mean, I can make it stronger. I just want the chart to get kind of ridiculous. So as of right now, as far as a target on this 644, I don't have one yet because they have already balanced out all my big targets. I need to see on the move down what they leave unbalanced, and most likely the unbalanced area is going to come in this shaded area right here. Can see the lower green. Okay. We do have a NQ long at the 25,600, targeting the 25,610 and the 620, with a stop at the 25,589. So, and then the same thing up here, guys. We are in a new weekly band that is generated here. Let me just red. Okay, so I know this one. Oh yeah, you could see the red. I think you can see it better on the monitor than I can on the actual chart, which is kind of funky, but. So same scenario here. These are 3 reactionary points in this bigger weekly band. Have not been able to find yet a scalp there, like a super targeted scalp. But this first band right here, that's got a 15-minute band, 15-minute level sitting at the 835, is super interesting to me. Obviously, again, these are going to be much bigger targets. This is stop on here is a little bigger, so 826 to the 842, so that's about 16-point stop. But we're also targeting much bigger targets of unbalanced volume, and there's three reactionary points here as we go up on the volume profile. Obviously, this last one up here is pretty strong. The market's going to have the only issue up here is that this could get a little sweepy. So I'm actually more interested in my first 2 areas than anything else as of right now. And then if we look at it on the trading view, you know what, let me mark this one off here as well, just to make this easier. And this weekly band just formed from the big push that we had this morning. So this is our new weekly band here from the 25,911 to the 25,833. Now, the only issue with this lower band that I've got looking at is, you know, what I've always said on the weekly bands. It's either going to take high impact news, it's going to take headline news, or it's going to take multiple retaps into the same zone. So this one obviously did not have any high impact news, did not have any headline news, but it has been tapped into now 1, 2, 3, 4 times on the 15-minute. I guess we could say 3 times because this one was pretty much within price point there. Shouldn't even be doing this here. This is really dumb of me. I should be doing this on my other chart. But at least this will visually give you guys a good example there. All right, so no real reversal off of this. Why do I keep moving this thing? No real reversal yet off this unbalanced area. You know, I mean, and yeah, it's probably about 25 points there on that move, but they're having a really hard time. This was definitely an area where the market found some of its fair value. So we'll see if we can break through here. Probably get a decent move to the downside. ES got this signal loaded here at the 69.3350. Targeting the 69.37 and the 69.39 with a stop at the 69.27. So we're looking at that one. Okay, so this area here I can delete. Okay, so as of right now, as I mentioned a few times, we are looking at the 25,644. And what they've left unbalanced right now on the bigger time frame is right here. So this would be right now my current target. So my target here on a long at the 25,644 would be at the 25,721. And that's unless they balance this out prior to touching this. Then I would have to reevaluate and most likely have to move my my TP down or up. Excuse me. So again, bigger trades. I'm only taking them on 2 micros, so I mean it's not much exposure. 14-point stop. So what is that? 14, 28, $56 of risk, and then targeting here. Wish the risk to reward tool was a little bit better. Well, let's just see. This is kind of crappy, but so if we take this to a 1 to 4, 1 to 5, so let's just call it like almost a 1 to 5.5 on the risk to reward. So again, I could be wrong on a few of these smaller trades, but to make 80 points on 2, so that's 360, risking 55 bucks is not bad. Now my win rate is going to obviously be much less, but as you guys can see on that first example that we took a trade on, I mean, I got stopped out by 1.5 points and it went straight to my target. So the targets are realistic. I know they're bigger, but on the NQ, it's just it's all about where the market needs to balance volume at, and it plays out on the smaller time frame and the bigger time frame. So I'm okay risking 50 bucks here for this bigger target up here. Yeah, Key, the levels are the most powerful tool. The 5 and the 15 minute, I mean, on the NQ are just super powerful. So let's see here, 44.75, and these are kind of set and forget it ones because, you know, since we're playing on such a bigger time frame, not necessarily scalping these. I mean, I wouldn't consider this a scalp, but now my only issue here is I don't want to see them tap into the 720s prior to hitting the 644s, or otherwise that trade is for me not valid anymore. Good morning, Musk. Good morning, Jeffrey. Okay, so target's still 25.721. And guys, on these bigger time frame trades, I mean, obviously you could scale down. You know, I could even do a 2-target system here. I don't currently have it set at 2. I have got it set as a 1 TP on this particular trade. And I don't really need, there's really nothing else that they've left unbalanced minus here. So there's no sense in me looking at any other trade here. I'm sorry, looking at any other TP minus that. You know, I guess if I drop down to the lower time frame, yes, I will find some intermediate targets there. But I'm hoping we don't balance this out here. All right, 13 minutes for IB to be set. This here wasn't the greatest for me. So now on the way down, if we do get a push to the downside, we're going to have to look for maybe even a stronger unbalanced area. I mean, they still didn't tap into it, but it's pretty damn close. It's just what the market needs to do. It does this every day, all the time. And guys, yes, my P&L is still here. I got it right here. Trying to trade here just to see with psychology a little bit if I'm not staring at the P&L the entire day. It might open me up to a little bit more trades and trade kind of how I normally would trade. But I promise you I'll keep putting out the P&L. It's there. I mean, you could even take a short from this area right here, 25,740 to the 721. It's a big target there, but I take that back. I wouldn't take a short from there. This is this sitting up here. I'm not a big fan of for a short, I should say. The IB trade up. All right, so this target for me, guys, on this setup here down here is already gone. Okay, because that already just played. They already balanced that out. And this actually, again, tapped into this, tapped in again into this weekly band, and that's the reaction that you're seeing. It always has a very hard time getting through these bands. Those are your reactions. So that's the only issue that I got now with this not being maybe the greatest high probability setup, is that they did take away my really nice target that I was looking for. So I can delete, well, I don't need to delete that yet. I can, well, let me just leave this up, see how it reacts here. But this is going to have to get moved based on how the move to the downside goes here. Why is the chat so quiet today? Monday morning? Come on. Just gotta keep me energized here. Where are you traveling to, Todd? We finally picked up a new boat yesterday morning. So I've had a center console, 22-foot center console for, I don't know, 12 years down here. And the wife and kids have not been very thrilled with it because it's mainly a fishing boat. Very popular Florida boat because it's really versatile. It's great in the open waters and the sea. But we just don't do a lot of fishing anymore. And they wanted something a little bit more leisure bound. So we're close to Boca, and Boca's got like a little sand area. It's kind of like, well, in Chicago we have they call it the playpen, where all the boats kind of tie up. It's maybe about 2 or 3 feet of water. So they have the same thing here in Boca, which is about a 20-minute boat drive to. So I ended up buying a deck boat, which seats 12, I think comfortably 10, and kind of excited to get that. Probably gonna pick it up on Tuesday or Wednesday. So looking forward to that. It'd be nice to take it out. We'll be here till the 6th. I'll be back in Chicago on the 7th trading. But it'd be nice if we can take it a day or two out. The weather's been gorgeous down here. Alright, 5 minutes for IB to be set. Which currently, IB high is sitting up at the 25,819. So we get rid of this guy. So the new boat's got some limitations, obviously. Being a deck boat, can't really take it out in the ocean. I mean, the guy said you could take it out on a super calm day, but to be honest with you, my wife doesn't like the ocean that much anyways. She likes just more going down the intercoastal and, you know, tying up to a restaurant or bar, or, you know, taking the kids down to that sand area, playpen area in Boca. So the fishing for me is kind of gone, but I haven't really been doing much of it anyways lately. I think it's just easier going out on the drift boats at night or in the morning. You pay like $35. They give you they'll give you the pole. I mean, we take our own poles, but they'll give you the bait and the rods for $35. They take the fish off the hooks. You get to keep it. The captain will fillet them for you. So if I ever get the itch for fishing, I can just always do that. You do have a reaction area right here on the lower time frame as well. coincides right at the bottom of the IB low. So could definitely see either two scenarios here on the IB low. Could see something like this, or we tap right into this area, we balance out some kind of unbalanced pocket here, and then make a move down to the IB low. Or the second scenario, which I would prefer, would be a sweep. Morning, TG. Kind of an active morning already, so I personally took 2 trades, jumping on stream. Got a little unlucky with the first one. Not unlucky, the market just needed to do what it had to do. Had a 55-point target on the NQ, but got swept and taken out of my stop by about 1.5 points, just to see it run all the way up the 65 points that it needed to get to TP1. Did have a signal on the NQ to go short. My eyes pretty much kind of an invalidated setup there, based on this previous sweep that hit TP1 and TP2. Actually was about to cancel my order and market tagged me in, so was able to capture that to get me into the green. Because the nice thing about my scalps is I'm going in on the NQ, I'm going in half position size now, so 5 micros, but on these larger trades I'm only going in with 2 micros, so I was still able to get to green for the morning. I would like to get a few more trades here today. I'm feeling very positive about how I'm viewing the markets again. Very positive, which is a dangerous combination. But confidence is everything in this business. Is it called Tenacity? 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 Tenacity is probably the right word for it. What did I say? Tenacity? I have not heard of it, no. God, you guys must hear me and think this guy is... Tenacity. Well, it's definitely not tenacity.com. Tenacity trading prop firm. $50K, so $100 for a $50K. Is that all they have? Is it $50K? One competition, 5 days to pay out, 100% payout approval, which is kind of funny because if they're brand new, that doesn't really mean much yet, but 80% of all account fees go into the competition entry fund, minimum of $40,000 to start competition. Fastest path to a live funded account. Traders can opt out of the competition after 5 profitable trading days. Available for payouts. Beta, so it looks like they're still... I mean, obviously, it looks like they're still in their pretty infant stages, if they've even rolled out, because all I see is a 50K account on there. And just, I mean, one thing to note, and I'm not against new prop firms because it's a vastly growing industry, but you really just got to compare them to what's already established. You know, the more established names, like obviously like your Apex, your Top Step, what else? You know, like Tradeify, Take Profit, even Funding Ticks is, you know, they're newer, but they've already established themselves with payouts. So, you know, you kind of have to weigh the pros and cons on new prop firms unless they're offering something groundbreaking. You know, I think it's maybe a little bit easier to stay with something that's already have a reputation of payouts and have a track record. Until that company, Tenacity, you know, until they have a track record, and then, you know, they become in that list of prop firms that become reputable. But in the beginning stages, you kind of have to be careful. All right, so IB is set on the NQ at the 25.819 down to the 25.661 and 3/4. That's where IB is set currently. Your next reactionary point here in the market. It's going to have to get through. Rumo short at 25.747. 747. It's an interesting short there. Alright, so as I stated, we should see a reaction here at the 778 up to the 794. And then we got IB high, and then we are entering into a weekly band here. It's pretty much sitting from the 910 to the 833. This is your weekly band right here. Looks like volatility slowed down a little bit. Let's see what the trading hours are going to be for the 31st. CME trading hours. Alright, so it looks like the 31st will have a regular trading day. Closed until the 2nd. Or I guess on the, well, that means that they open up at 5 o'clock on the 1st? Well, at least we get a full trading day on Wednesday. Not sure how volatility will be. I will be giving out a coupon, a promo code for the new Volume Master class on Wednesday. That launches on the 1st, January 1st. It's been over 4 months in the making. And the new Signal service launches on the 1st as well. Just working on a few kinks. Got an issue with on my Signal service with Yahoo emails right now. I'm not sure why. They're looking into it. So I've had a few test people in the new Signal service. We've been live the last couple of days, which has been working out really nicely. Minus an audio issue that I was having. Hopefully I can get that fixed. Do-do-do. Alright, nice little move to the downside here. Probably see a little bit of resistance right around here. Breakthrough here. Could definitely be revisiting the IB low here. Yeah, it's been a few trading days where we haven't seen an IB low or high play out. Okay, so right now they left the 739s unbalanced, so that's a little bit of intel there. Some good intel. See what happens at this first reactionary point. Definitely has this opportunity here at the 739. I would have thought that it would want to tap into something a little bit more higher liquidity, but no. I guess you can make the case all the way up to the 683s, right around here. Possible. rather not see this run up to the 739s. Another tap into the weekly band. Could have been playing that one all morning. I tried to. Give us something here. So still right up here, this 739 very juicy target, good reactionary point. Love to squeeze down to the IV low. I'll be right back, guys. Well, this market's doing nothing quickly. Come on. Sorry about that. So currently, this is left unbalanced. So we've got the 25,705 and the 739s. So if we take out IB, unless they balance this out before then. Tough price action here. Yeah, right now on the IB, you could target the 25,705 if we get down there. And it's a pretty aggressive target, but They needed that for fuel. Okay, so that target's gone. All right, give this a few more minutes here. Come on, NQ. Alright guys, I'll give it to about 10:30. If we don't see anything before then, I'm gonna have to jump off here. Come on, AQ, just make a move. So I think based on the amount of retaps into this weekly band, I might regret it later, but I think this play I am not going to take. Let's see, a pretty strong drop to the downside. If we do break through that weekly band there, might regret it, but we'll see. This target's still in play, the 25,705. Market's really stalled out. It's some pretty good consolidation right now. Alright, so they balanced out to 25,705. So that target's gone. Well, guys, I know it's been pretty boring the last hour, but if you don't mind, hit the like on the stream. I appreciate it, as always. Give it about another 5 more minutes here. Maybe we'll get some volatility here at the 10:30 hour. Who's green or red for the day? Let's hear it, chat. I'm currently green. A whole whopping 300 bucks. Slightly green. Okay. Steve green. Keith small red. You think the market would be looking for some kind of liquidity? Job key. Is that the one that we were talking about on Friday? Oh, good job passing on it. Was it a 50K or what size? Apex is running their 90% off New Year's sale. You can always use code TraderRob. Yeah, me too. Kind of looking forward to putting December behind me. But do have a few more days. I think 3 days left, 2 days and a half. I'm slightly red now in December. About 1,500 now. I think I'm down in each cash account. And November was one of those phenomenal months. It was up like $3,900 on each cash account, which was, it's a really good month. Do you get commissions on resets? I don't know. I don't know. No, I am. It's there. I'm just kind of testing it out to see how it plays out with my psychology. We don't have to be staring at the P&L for myself all day. So I just bring it up and then close it as the trade's complete. That is nice. 6 resets at 25. That's great. Well, not the reset in general, but the price point is pretty good. Alright guys, it's 10:32. It's 2.5 hours. Almost had 2 phenomenal setups this morning. Like I said, I got stopped out by a 1.5 just to see the market go right to my 55-point target. And then did take about 12 points on the NQ on the short, on the signal that I gave you guys here this morning. Tough signal because that one for me was a pretty close to being invalidated. But with that being said, there is some setups still remaining on the NQ. Obviously, we've got a long at the 25,600 targeting the 610 and the 620 with a short down to the 25,589. And on the ES, looking at a long at the 69.33 targeting the 37 and the 39. So I guess we'll see how those play out, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. If any other setups come up, I'll make sure to post them in the signal service. But as of right now, we've been ranging for the last like almost hour and 15 minutes. Hasn't been great. Hasn't been super exciting this morning. So hopefully we get the energy back up tomorrow, and I'll be back at it at 8 a.m. So 30 minutes before the market opens. Please hit the like on the stream. And you could always use code TraderRob if you're getting any prop firm evaluations. I truly appreciate it. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.